Good morning, people of the tavern. How's it going? I hope it's can't talk. I hope it's going great. We're gonna play. I guess I'm not sure why I have two save files, but because one's an autosave, and I think the second one I just saved because who isn't neurotic like that? I guess. But Act 2, Starlight Sonata, Chapter 7, Crossroads of 3. Let's go, my friends. Oh, okay. Never mind. Because I know what's up. That was an autosave. This one, because I saved it at the end of the day. Oops. Yeah, we want this one. Start day. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning, Melly. I'm chipper today. Good morning, Blaze. Blaze is like, Well, what have you been up to today? Oh, dilly-daddling and such. I was not dilly-dallying. He was. It goes well with the brooding. Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours? Yes, please. Smart and sparkly. I was about to combine smart and sparkly into sparkly or something like that. Have not had enough coffee today. Can do. Of course I can. Because I'm only the best bartender ever. Whee! Wait, why did it go to 4? LOL. Okay. There we go, friends. I don't know, you guys. I think the last thing Melly needs is more charisma. Alright, we need a little more of that. Finish drink! And Twitch out here telling me my stream is unstable. The only thing unstable around here is me. Alright, and we do like our fresh brew of Smart Sparkles. That's what I'm going to start calling my coffee every day. Blaze, what can I get you? Nothing. Nothing for my cold heart. Has the cape found its way back home yet? Yes. Huzzah! The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. It seems to have awakened memories of old woe. He seemed pretty excited to me. He should be. It fits him well. Almost like it was made for him. But it was. It was very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I expected them to be the size of a colossal saber-toothed tiger's fangs, but they were much tinier. Much tinier. A common misconception. Where did you find him? at the local Gaia temple. It got split in the middle by a fallen star. That sounds morbidly interesting. It was! I overheard some priests say that they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it because it looks kind of cool. And people like distinct temples. They do. The vampire was traveling with a really nice dwarf and a holy woman of Cassiopeia. They were asking around to see if the priests knew anything about the star rain. Did they? No, I could have told them that 2 days ago. But while we were sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out that the cleric found out that one of the priests was actually a wobbling ooze in disguise. Scandalous. I know, right? But in the end, it was okay. The others forgave him, and he promised to try to become a real priest. Apparently, he really loves the humidity in the temple. They all hugged and everything. It was very sweet. I'm really happy we could see that from the shadows. We? Me and the mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate. I am no such thing. It's great to see you two working together so closely. You make a great duo. We are not a duo. Thank you. How did you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all of those, heightened emotions? We didn't. She got caught. I thought one of the pillars would be big enough to hide behind, but it wasn't. It wasn't a pillar. It was a tall vase. I felt very well hidden when the priestess suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. I am saying priestess because I don't even know how to say that name. She was paying a lot of attention. I think she noticed me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart. Did you ask her about her investigation? I did, but she said it was too early to share any insights. Even when I kept asking, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Master Smith Frostgrip to tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know that its altar was built from 1,000-year-old oak? I didn't. That's actually fascinating. It is. She also told me I have to work on my stealth, that being small isn't going to be enough. I think she knows from experience. Better not tell her that. Better not. So, are you going to work on it? Yes, Blaze is going to show me the ropes. Is he now? Have to. She'll get herself killed otherwise. That's a very dramatic way to look at things. But also very nice of you. So, would you say your investigation was a success? It kind of. We also got to see how clueless the other investigators are and returned the cape to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find out anything new about the stars. And I didn't even get to see any monsters. I was hoping maybe some would have fallen from the astral sea and I could have studied them. A very dangerous, if very exciting dream. Mostly a foolish one. You think so? Have you met monsters before? What kinds? Do you have favorites? What were the first ones you ever met? Did they try to eat you or be your friend? Of course, I've encountered monsters before. They've been a part of my life for many years. The shadows are full of them. Really? That's scary. Of course it is. So the first monsters you ever saw were shadow monsters? No, they were much worse than that. What is it? Can I have a drink after all? The words aren't flowing easily. Of course. Same as last time? Yes. Alright, let's see if I can find something sweetly charismatic. Actually, is there an infusion that helps with charisma? Oh, there is. I think we're just gonna stick with the charisma for now. Wait, oh. Oh, duh. Oops. Hang on, do have a drink. Silly me. Oh no, this one needed a... Hello! Thank you, friend. That's right, this one needed an infusion. I forgot. Yeah. What am I doing wrong? Wrong infusion? Oh, I know what happened. Okay, so that one is right. That's right because that's one. And then... There we go. A drink. Just for you. Thanks. How is it? Fine. That means it's perfect. So, where was I? Shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I had just joined the Shadow Banes and was eager to prove myself. It's said there are great riches far in the depths of Gravelmac, a dangerous mountain range in eastern Fija. Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold, and I owed some debts. Hoping to find some jewels, I made my way there, to the darkest of its crevices. Guarding its depths were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers straight from the Twilight Chasm. Hideous creatures that have every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they seem to think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapons, so I distracted them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I'll never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts. They sound kind of cute. They were not cute. If you say so, maybe one day I'll encounter some. And pray you never will. No thanks. I just realized I spelled my name wrong. Hey, it's Carolyn! Welcome back, Lynn. Are you alright? Yeah, of course. So, you want a drink? Yes. Give me something strong, please. No watered down muck. Got it. You know, I would have thought she would have realized by now that I don't serve watered down muck. Like, I'm insulted. One strong drink. Strong and with 0 water. Just how you like it. Thanks. Needed that. You're welcome. Say, innkeep, you got room in your neat little book or recipes for one more drink? Sure, got one for me. Got one for me. You bet. It's what my baba used to drink back in the day. My adventure reminded me of it. Thank you, Lynn. Why are you so sad? I ain't sad. But you look sad. And you sound sad. And the innkeeper looks worried. Probably because you're sad. I am worried. Don't be. Too late. Like I said, I ain't sad. Not really. More, I'm not sure. My chest feels tight, and I feel lightheaded. Maybe I'm dying. Those are all side effects of being sad. Who are you, anyway? I'm Melly, the world's greatest detective. Carolyn, who's the punk next to you? That's my sneaky assistant. He got a name? Sorry, that's me. Malachite. He's had like 3 different names now, and I love it. So, I would like to detect why you're sad. Likewise. I wonder if she saw her baba. Does it have to do with that wyvern chimera whose saliva you were hunting for? You met a chimera? A wyvern chimera, yeah. That's so cool. Why? How? You're alive. Sure am. Do you remember that forgetful vampire, Melly? Of course. He put out a quest for chimera saliva. He thinks it may be enough to produce a sunscreen strong enough for him to walk in the daylight once more. Carolyn was brave enough to pick up his quest. Oh, whoa, that's amazing! How would you even get the saliva of a guardian? By killing it. Oh. Would you like to tell us what happened? Is that really necessary? I think it might be good for you. And interesting for us. You don't really want to disappoint Melly, do you? Miss Carolyn, would you please tell me the story? Fine. Thank you! I didn't mean to kill it. Seems like an extraordinarily blasphemous thing to do. For someone non-religious, you concern yourself with an awful lot of it. Just try not to be a dick, that's all. Usually, I got no trouble killing beasts, but my Baba would have lost her mind if I told her I harmed a guardian. Oh, sad. I think so, at least. Not like she ever fought any of them. But she had the natural ability to know when it would have been right to do so. I ain't got that kind of sense. We'll see about that. How'd the fight start? On my way there, I changed my mind from fighting to sneaking. Thought if I was quiet enough and had the veil of night on my side, I could just steal the saliva right out from under its nose. Or maw. Drooled quite a bit, that thing. But I didn't know my way around the Quag Mangrove, and I wasn't as quiet as I should have been. Oh, I know all about that. But you got a giant sword, so you were prepared, right? Of course. Innkeep here even hooked me up with some fire resistance. Came in handy. And the sword. Well, it was made for killing beasts. Even the good kind, I suppose. Is it a magic sword? Not sure. Doesn't do any magic tricks. But it's stronger than your average steel and can even resist the highest heat, even without practical potions. It used to belong to my grandma. She left it behind for me. That's so sweet. Your parents gonna leave you anything? No, they weren't expecting to go, so they didn't think about that in time. That's okay. I can find my own treasure. I'm sure you will, kiddo. So the Chimera noticed you? Yeah. Sly beast pretended to be asleep while I approached it with the bucket. When I tried to catch its saliva, it snapped at me. Would have taken my arm if I wasn't so tough. The ensuing fight was something else. Next to its dragon head, it sported a lion and a snake head. They fought me all at once with overwhelming ferocity. It was the fiercest enemy I ever encountered, and even though its fire couldn't harm me, it took everything in me to best it. I may have defeated it in the end, but I felt honored to have fought such a formidable foe. So you defeated it with your badass sword? I did. This weapon really saved my skin. Dealing the final blow, I felt like my grandmother was holding my hand and guiding me to victory. Or maybe I just imagined that. Maybe. Maybe that doesn't matter, as long as it felt real. Maybe. I even gave it a proper burial. It deserved an honorable send-off. almost left the sword with it too, but it's too good of a weapon. The dead don't need swords anyway. Yeah. You know, I did achieve her dream. I saw a wyvern chimera in the flesh. I fought it even. And then I killed it. Does that mean I killed her dream? I think it means her sword saved you from dying. I'm sure that was a dream of hers too. Possibly. But she would have found another way out of it, I'm sure. But she ain't here. So I thought maybe it was time to put her to rest as well. Left my goodbyes for her with the chimera. Maybe it can pass them on. May Tuat listen to your pleas. May he find that much mercy in his cold, dead heart. Is he dead, you think? Tuat, I mean, he does preside over the spirit realm, and only the dead can go up there, so he must have died to have gotten there too. Or he's always existed there. Was made to watch over the dead. He's a god, after all. There's no clear consensus of what the Great Spirit Dragon really is. A dead dragon. A god who could always control death from his very inception. A reflection of what we believe death to be. Death itself. He could be anything. What would you like him to be? What hopes do you have? I hope he's kind. I hope so too. Then, I think he's kind. Maybe we should follow his example. That's what heroes are for, right? Indeed. You're one of those, right, Lynn? Of course she is, silly. I have to agree. You know what would be very heroic of her? What? If she brought the saliva to Kyle the vampire. I'm sure his joy about finally being able to walk in the sun will be extraordinary. Too lazy to go yourself? My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine. Might as well. Need to get moving anyway. You're leaving? No. Just need to move around. Any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last saw him at the Gaia Temple. The priests might know where he went. I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it. Care to share? I want to trade it. The information, I mean. For what? Can you teach me how to use a greatsword? That's it? Sure thing. Right now? Is right now okay? I've got the time. It might take you more than one lesson, though. That's okay. I've also got time. It's a deal, then. I'll show you the basics, and you tell me where to find the vampire. Yippee! That is, if your assistant is alright with that. Don't care. Not my circus, not my monkey. Okay. Kiddo, let's go. Innkeep, can we use your front yard? Of course, go wild. Will do. Are you coming too, Mal? No. I'll stay here and have another drink. Okay, you can join us later. I can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. Innkeeper, do you have any quests I could go on after this? To practice my sword and my stealth skills? Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. And be patient. Promise I'll have a quest for you soon. I can't wait! I'm going to destroy any challenge with wits, stealthiness, and giant swords. Haha! Oh, I know you will. But first, gotta practice. See you later. Between Melly and Fable, I don't know who my favorite Tavern Talk character is. I like her naivety. Some would call it optimism. A waste of time. Delusions get you nowhere. But you would know. Another drink, please. Same as before. Sweet and all. Coming right up. Alright, this one we're not gonna fail at so badly. Oh, that's right. I have a new drink. That one looked very fancy. Some sweet optimism for my most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow, I'm proud of myself here. You should be. So, Malachite. Just leave me to my pondering. Got it. Oh, he has really pondered the whole day away. Fable! We love Fable. Hiya, Innkeep. Hi, Fable! I'm so happy to see the tavern looking healthy again, and you too. I'm sorry it took me so long to check in. That's alright. I hope the last 2 days weren't too hard on you. No, not at all. I was just very busy. A bunch of the Ashen Grove's trees got knocked over, and I spent a lot of time rescuing and leading group therapy sessions with the local wildlife. And of course, I had to check in on all the nearby settlements too, see if they needed any help with, any of the damage after all of that. How did the werewolf settlement fare? Okay, it took some damage. Everyone is okay, but only physically. They might have to relocate. Why, I'm sorry to hear that. They'll be okay. I'll make sure of it. Oh, Fable, you're so nice. I just had to make sure everyone was okay. I used up a lot of my healing salves, but that's what they're there for. I'm not happy I had to use them, but I'm glad I was prepared. May I request something? Go ahead. Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful. I'd like something that would make me tougher, while also replenishing my social energy. Oh my god, wouldn't we all, Fable? I think I'm all done with helping out now. But a drink like that would be a real game changer in case something like this happens again. I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry, I've already got an idea. But even without such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence. Well, they weren't mad about it, at least. Though, I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. When I saw the stars fall, I thought for sure that the world was going to end. Yes, I recall. You were right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought people would be a little more freaked out by the whole lack of a night sky. But everyone just seems to be okay with it. I asked one of my sisters about it, and she said, "Who cares? Some wide-eyed adventurer will certainly put them back at some point. Let's worry about replanting these tomatoes." I don't even know if you could put them back. You can never put back what's lost. But you can always replace it with something new. I'm not sure that you can replace the stars, or if you should approach loss that way. It's all a matter of perspective. I wouldn't mind a bunch of trees up in the night sky for a change. Right. But it would still be much nicer if some things would stay the same. They never do. Oh, Fable looks so sad. I'm just happy everyone is okay. Did you check on Lynn yet? She should be hacking up my terrace to pieces outside. I did! Outside! On your definitely not hacked up terrace. Just out of curiosity, do you own any wood glue? It was nice to see that she's okay too. I was a little worried she would just leave and never talk to me again. It was nice watching her train Melly with so much enthusiasm, and to catch up a bit, that too. She tried to rope me into their greatsword training. Did you accept? I'm not really a sword kind of elf, but it was fun to watch her teach Melly. She's very sweet. Indeed. And I was just relieved to see Carolyn doing okay. Even though she's worried about Mr. Dragon. We don't have any way to check on him. I hope he's alright. I'm sure he is. To celebrate our well-being despite the absurdity of the world, how about a drink? I'd love a drink. Can I have something agile and swift? I still have to make my way back home later, and I could use some speed for that. I'm sure I'll find just the right thing. Alright. Some swiftness for our friend, which is gonna be another swift strike. Fable knows what she likes. Yay! Swiftly and quickly, your favorite drink. Thank you. Your drinks are still the highlight of my day. She makes the best drinks, right? They're okay. Really? Do you actually think that? Or is this just a thing where you don't want to be nice? People seem to do that a lot for some reason. They taste good. As good as things can taste when you're me. Well said. Thank you. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fable. I'm an elf. And a ranger. And I come in here a lot. They are also incredibly courageous and a capable hero. That's not true, not yet. I'm working on it. Being a hero, I mean. Why? Because I dream of adventure and all the wonderfully exciting things it can bring. And I want to help people. Why? Why not? I'm Malachite. Oh, you're Mal. I mean, Malachite, obviously. Melly just talked about Mal. She said they, or I guess you, are very cool and her new friend. She sounded very happy about it. We're not friends. She just won't leave me alone. Oh. Okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? That sounds really mean. She keeps following me. And you take her along? Not by choice. I guess I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this. But I think you should be honest. With her and yourself. Honesty goes a long way. I also believe that thing in Zoford could be fixed with honesty as well. You mean the missing familiar? I heard several familiars are missing, actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone is bound to know something. But maybe they're just scared to face possible consequences for their honesty. Sounds like Zoford is going through an eventful time. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye or two out for future developments. Zoford isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's in eastern Phaesia and is, to my knowledge, the biggest harbor town the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend its many summer festivals. Very pretty fireworks. Why? Does it sound like something up your alley? No, not mine. But Melina is seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. She needs to practice her skills outside of risk-free theory. Good idea. I'll see if I can reserve it for her. Sorry for asking, but first quest? I thought Melly was just turned 10. Isn't that a bit young for quests? No. I was a similar age when I ventured on my first quest. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures? Yes. Oh, that's sad. No, that's cool. No, I think that's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early. Why not? It's always there. Might as well confront them with it when they're young, so they can accept its existence in their lives. That's an insane thing to say. Just because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with that fact as early as we can. It's already bad enough that us grown-ups have to deal with it so much. Why should they just accept it if we can make the world a better place for them instead? I mean, when you were on a quest with, and I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred not to be alone? It builds character. A character that thinks we should put other kids in miserable situations? Sure did a lot of good for you there. Weren't your parents worried to death about you? Oh no, what if their parents were the nightmare creatures? You got enough rumors to make a quest yet, Innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are so busy talking about or ignoring all that star debris, they're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. Is that very nutritious for you? Oh, snap, dog. No, but it's fun. Dang you. In that case, the fun I can provide in a day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world do not stop chasing me nor anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck. See you around. With less horrors, I hope. Dot, dot, dot. Poor Fable over here is traumatized. Now I'm worried. About Malachite or Melly? Both? Are you really gonna send her on that quest? If she wants to go, but I don't think you have to worry about it that much. Zoford is a beautiful city with a low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she'd be going alone. Wink, wink. I hope not. There's little worse than being alone when you're scared. Very true. Are you scared of anything? Bad Yelp reviews. I don't think you have to be scared of that. You make the best drinks in all of Asteria. I think as long as you like my drinks, I'll be okay. You've got my 5 stars in the bag. I would ask what you're afraid of, but the answer would be everything? Is it? Yes, but I'm working on not letting my fears stop me. Oh, Fable. I might not be able to avoid feeling afraid, but I can always just do things when scared. Oh, Fable. We love Fable. Rather than not at all. Maybe. That is still a terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of? I used to have a terrible habit of just walking away from things that scared me, but with the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. Aww. You realize that even if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they're still worth experiencing. That sounds lovely. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe you should invite them over sometime. Perhaps. Though, one of my friends is sitting here right now. Where? Are they invisible? Oh, you mean me? That makes me really happy. Also makes me feel pretty bad about having to go home. Don't worry. Go home, fix the many things that worry you, as long as you come back. Always. I'll see you tomorrow, innkeeper. See you tomorrow, my friend. Alright, if this ends with Fable not coming back, I might cry. Alright. We are almost at the top of the hour, and if you're new here, I like to get up and stretch when the stream hits an hour, hydrate, encourage all of you to stretch and hydrate. So I am gonna go and do that right now, actually. So I will catch you back in a couple of minutes. Alrighty, we're back. Sorry, I had to send a couple of messages out. So I think it maybe go for a little less than an hour, or we'll see. I just talked to my boss. He had a call out, so I'm gonna go help him out in a little bit. But we are at least gonna do another day here. Alright, so we are on Act 2 of Starlight Sonata. Chapter 8, New Horizons. I love my little tavern. It's so cute, you guys. Bah. Oh, they're so adorable. A good mythical morning. It's well past noon. It's still morning somewhere. Plus, a wizard doesn't care about things like time. Time's not only relative, but also flexible. Like a gummy worm. One time, I actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex. And, did it work? No. But almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature, and that should have done it. But no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. I heard that's not very easy to get. Theopractically it is. Theopractically? Practically in theory, duh. Ah, that makes sense. I get it. You do? I'm gonna be straight and be like, no, actually, I don't. That's the biggest load of gibberish ever. That's to be expected. No offense, but you clearly aren't a wizard. And who are you to judge that? Oh, just a reputable wizard myself. Of course, I also have a magnificent wizard name, but you can call me Hex. No need to overcomplicate things. Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you, too. Just innkeeper for now. Alright. Well then, innkeeper, how about a super wheezy breezy drink for me? Any specific flavors you might fancy? Maybe something that'll make me focus more. and perhaps help me better understand the primordial vortex. Gotcha. I absolutely love the cast of characters in this game. It's Melly's favorite drink. The sparkling nebula. This should boost your focus like nothing else. Amazing! I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial sea water to... never mind. The explanation would be far too complex to grasp. So... what complex reason brings you to my tavern, Hex? I love their hat and their freckles. Getting away from the other smartest person in Asteria. Alright, who would that be? Doesn't matter. You tell me. My sister. She's studying and driving me crazy with all her theories. They are so reasonable, you know? No chaos. But there has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure. What? Structure is the key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there's no chaos, and thus there'd be no entropy. I found entropy to be quite essential in this world. And you are... Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad. And to you, innkeeper, is it? Correct? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I suppose you can call me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. I'm an archivist. At least, I used to be, now I'm dead. Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to still be conscious. So you're undead? Precisely. How? Well, I passed on, and then one day I rose from my grave. It was like a long sleep, completely just knackered for thousands of years. At least, I believe it's been thousands of years. What year is it? 1775? He was so shocked his mustache fell off. That's brutally long. So, how did you come back to life? See, it stunned him so much again, it fell off again, remembering it. I'm not too sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing has happened. Thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness. And alas, didn't care. Those who'd risen with you? There are more like you out there? Of course. Undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master. Right? However, I decided not to bother with that and go on my own way. Going south, I passed through Zoford and found a small little tavern. A bit like this one, more nautical in style. They had a lot of fish. I've never been a fan of seafood. Though I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip. Care to fill me in on that Zoford gossip? Well, apparently a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir. But there's more. Fishermen fear that Zoford has been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon all night. And during the day, they disappear like ghosts. Bit of a weird curse. Fitting for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale. Innkeeper, say, do you have a drink for this undead fella? A drink and a mop? Just a drink. I won't be needing a mop. If you say so. What would you like? Something that'll loosen up this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal. Coming right up. The glass is empty. Time to get started. We're gonna make a new drink. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need an infusion in this drink. Oh, I know it's not the right drink. Stop. Alright, so this one needs to give me a little bit of dex. Okay, it's gonna be... Alright, finish drink. I love the glasses. A real charmer, just for you. Jolly, I feel like I can conquer worlds with just my words alone. Oh? Not that I would ever do that. I care more about words than worlds. Archivist things, you know. I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. That doesn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris. Sure, academic hubris is a powerful one. Come on now, that type hardly counts. Agreed. It's only a natural... Oh, I think you've given me an idea about man. I did? Yes. I can enhance the aging process of cells. The incubation procedure could... Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asked if you've seen me... No, you didn't. Bye. Thanks, bye. Energetic young fella. Indeed. If you don't mind, Innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment. But of course. I definitely gave him like a Fairhaven from Star Trek Voyager accent. Hey, Innkeep, How's it going? And it's our favorite regular, everybody. It's Fable. All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable? I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently, a bunch have lost their crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all this destruction is terrible. I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash baneful omens. Apologies. My manners. It's impolite to burst into a conversation just like that. I'm Scully. Fable. Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity. That's alright. I was just surprised to see you could actually talk. Oh, yeah, no offense. I just thought, usually... none taken. Usually skeletons don't speak. Usually. But hardly anything is unusual these days. I mean, the stars fell from the sky. Skeletons might as well speak. There are stranger things in this world. There surely are. Like your drinks in keep. That one really gurgled in my bones. So you already tried one? Indeed. Sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drink, innkeeper? I don't want my bones to jingle, but something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds, or they'll just give up immediately. Of course. Coming right up. We love Fable. And Fable always orders a swift strike. Because right now, that's the only drink I have that's got a bunch of decks. Fable loves her decks. No. There. No, I did not want that. Albeit it's very shiny. I hope this tastes refined enough. This is perfect. You know just what I need, innkeeper. I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna be like, you're my favorite regular, which you are. I am? Yes? And you're my favorite innkeeper. Thank you, Fable. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out, I do. But I think the sooner everyone can get back to a normal life, the better. Do you perhaps need a hand? I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences. Sure, I could use some help carrying a few things over to Tregarin. My treehouse is just around the corner. Splendid. Sounds like quite a useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge. Thank you. Innkeep, before we go, I have something I wanted to give you. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmers didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice. I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you have at least 4 ideas of how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll be sure to put them to good use. So you accept donations for ingredients? Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself. What about recipes themselves? It's always good to get more inspiration. Wonderful. In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I still recall my assistant's favorite recipe. Do you store it under your hat? Of course. Where else would I keep it? Fair enough. Thanks for the recipe. Innkeeper, thanks for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way then, with a dear fable. But I'll be back. Or should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next? Let's hope not. I won't. I'm just joking around. I hope. I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Anyways, innkeeper, thank you so much. You're still the highlight of my day, no matter how dark the night. See you around. Oh, fable. Let's go, Scully. No time to lose. These two. That I was able to witness such a rarity in my lifetime. Immaculate. He would even get excited about a rusty nail. Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process. Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust be my least favorite of them. Ruins lots of hard work. Does it now? Yep, makes everything porous. Ew. Kyle, Rhea, nice to see you both again. Oh my god, I'm mixing up all my accents. Likewise, dear innkeeper, how has your day been? Can't complain. Had some interesting customers today. Ah, like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in. Distinguished, yeah. Gentleman, don't know. Giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman. Take a screenshot of that. What makes you a gentleman? Manners. He was quite polite, I recall. Greeted me with the tip of his hat. You find everyone polite, even your slime. But Mr. Slime is quite polite. Innkeep, say that dagger over there. I feel like it's strangely familiar. For some reason it reminds me of my dear Evelyn. It looks like the knife she used to peel oranges with. Highly, highly impractical, I tell you. I imagine it would be. Do you know if that is her dagger by chance? I think that might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about it now, shall we? Okay. Say, Innkeep, have you read the letter yet? That'd be a story that I would love to hear right now. Not yet, no. Tragic. I've always loved writing letters. Innkeep, you got a drink for me. Something that'll make me tougher. So I can get through today's babbling. Of course. Ooh, that's interesting. Alright. So, I needed infusion. gonna use this honey flower. Oops. Right, no, not that. Alright, so we have our charisma there, so we just need a dex. A little splash of dex. First snow. Oh my god, I love it. Now that's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great dragons. Well, thank you. I gave it my best. Can taste that. I feel sturdier already. Huzzah. I've had my doubts, ye innkeep, but I must say you know your job. So, how's the day been for you two? The usual. Splendid! It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun. And how did you like it? It's brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. Ria and I took a day trip to the capital, since I rarely get to see it full of daily life. There were so many people. Too many. Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid it almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape. Is that the cape? The cape of invisibility? It absolutely is. How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Baruvia now? Huh? Why would we go there? That was the deal. I help you get your cape, so you can attend that fancy Baruvian vampire banquet and I get me gold's worth. Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! Oh no. What about me material then? Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a little longer though? Fine. Oh, wonderful. Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back. I can walk under the sun like mortals do. Say, innkeeper, what if you thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible as the gentle and welcoming beams of sunlight feel on your skin. That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind. Ah, wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in sunlight as well. Do you know how she's doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit? You shouldn't. I should. The air smells like reconciliation. Oh boy, she's dead. Didn't the rogue tell you what happened? You mean the young Echo? Well, he said he'd retrieved my cape. Sorry, Kyle. Pardon me, but what exactly do you mean? Countess Evelyn didn't want to give up the cape without a fight. She didn't make it. No news. Oh, say it ain't so, innkeep. Unfortunately, it is. My dear Evelyn, gone? From All vampires to walk Gaia. I had always assumed she'd walk the longest. I suppose death catches up with everyone eventually. Did she put up a good fight at least? The best I've heard of in a while. Oh, that's how I remember her. I hope Tuat holds her soul dearly. You have souls? Of course we do. Ah. I wish we could have danced at least one more time before wrote her final line. But alas, fate is cruel. Especially those who aim to live forever. A fate we rarely choose ourselves. Oh, how shall I ever recover from this? Maybe a drink could help for now? Oh, would you do that? A drink for me? Of course. Something strong, please, dear innkeeper, so that my heart may stop aching soon. Alright, you need something strong, you say? Yes! Alright, this one I am going to need an infusion for sure. Okay, I think it's gonna end up being a frozen pine cone. That's there. So, a splash of charisma. There we go. Sailor's courage. I love that cup. I can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps. It does. Thank you, dear innkeeper. Why don't you tell the innkeep more about your day? Right. I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I? Your trip to the capital. Busy streets, bustling with people. Roots. Roots? Roots. We admired the roots that enclosed the city almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite interesting. For once, gotta agree. Almost made me believe the myths are true. Myth? I told you, rumor has it those roots are of the Aether Tree. Breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia where they guard the capital. Ah yes, a very good defense plan indeed. What is wood going to do to protect a city? The city is protected with stone. Oh, I was never very involved in fortification efforts. I figured. Oh. Oh. We've also met the lovely Seraph again. How are her investigations coming along? Very well. She seems eager and determined. A detective spirit. Believe the lass made her way to Dalwell. She seems to be on to something. I cannot wait to hear the story when she returns. Likewise. Say, Rhea, can we go to town and check out the antiques dealer? Oi, why? I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times. Oh, that was a hiccup. Excuse me. Very well then. But you won't munch on the shopkeep, will ya? Of course not. I am well satiated from the innkeeper's creation. All right then, let's go. Goodbye, innkeep. Enjoy your shopping spree. Ooh. She's a good puppy. Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minthy in the flesh. Hello, darling innkeeper. It's good to see you again. It certainly has been a while. Must be hitting that 15-year mark, right? It'll be 25 years soon, actually. You know how I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade. I'm well aware. Good that you have me to drop in from time to time to remind you, I couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along. You cute service beasts still get a discount here. Always. So what's brought you back to the area? It's not your usual haunt. No, I genuinely prefer something more moist. Not the word I would have used, but something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my taste. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and possibly more accurate. And I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was already quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before. Though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take in much enjoyment from the passing landscape. Not when I had to pay so much attention to not endanger myself and my sweet service beast. You've told me of your struggles with traveling before. I'm sorry to hear that recent events have made it worse. Oh, well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda's stairs is a marvelous accessibility touch. Quite the impressive work, my friend. I'm glad to hear my little spells are doing their job. I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Flatter cobblestones would do wonders for many people like me. But believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about the development of inclusivity in urban architecture. No, really? Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls. I've heard a few hushed whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the Lonesome Lagoon this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting, then. Thank you. Though, while the pearls may be my main objective, I decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, innkeeper. A good drink. No, my manuscript, darling. I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Oh, snap. Ah, of course. I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see. Since it's been so long since I definitely got done with that. Lovely. I'm glad I have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work. Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it? Oh, dang. If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Oh, hot darn. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after my journey. I'll do my best. Oh boy. Ooh, let's make this one. Alright. We're gonna do this one because the Fey crystal just looks cool. Nice! I gotta say, the thing with the infusions is so creative. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. I've missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming up with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down really quick. Take your time. So, while I enjoy your mixology, no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you could recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one that I worked away at lovingly for almost half a century whilst my library came to be? Ah, certainly. It should be just below this file. Oh no, wait, I must have put it over there. Alright. Given this ongoing battle with your organizational habits, it might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to get to. So, how about this? I know! She's so cool. Plus, guess what? Oh, she's an accessibility advocate. I love it. She'll return in 7 days, and then I'll return in 7 days, and then you can even... Wow, I cannot talk today. I guess it's a good thing I'm gonna get off soon. But I have a feeling I don't have her manuscript, and even if I do, it's not proofread. Good. I love the drink. It was nice seeing your weary face again, innkeeper. Likewise, Minty. Have a safe and pearl-full journey. Yes, but the animals with her, those are her service dogs. I love it. Seven days should be long enough to read a manuscript, right? LOL. Oh my gosh, I have so many scraps of paper here. Okay, Banshee. Alright, let's organize this a little here. Alright. Oh, the familiars, that's right. Whee. The lively port city of Zoford is known not only for its docks, but its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be something mysterious going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found. It's a big city. There must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch who cursed Zoford's docks? Dun dun dun! Alright, it's the end of the day. That means I'm gonna be hopping off soon. If you didn't miss it, my boss sent me a text saying that there's a couple hours free if I wanted to earn some moolah. So I am going to take that opportunity. So that's going to be it for Tavern Talk right now. But I will be live again on Friday with Until Then, which is a game I'm wildly excited for. After playing the demo back in February, I have literally thought about it at least twice a week since then. So, yeah. I will catch you guys on Friday. But, you know, if you follow, hit that bell because I might have a stealthy stream throughout the week. Who knows? Because I've kind of remembered I kind of like this. Even if I'm just talking to myself sometimes. Games are great, y'all. Alright. I will catch you all on Friday.